Hi, we're going to look at AS17 segment reporting. What is the structure of the standard? Very simple. First, you identify all the products and services a company has. Let's say HUL has 150 products. List down all of that. Second step is to classify these products and services into segments. We classify them using geographical or business segment, classify on country, location wise, geography or business segment based on nature of product or service. That is the second step. Let's say these 150 products have now become 10 segments. Just because there are 10 segments, I can't report all the segments. The next step is to find out what are the reportable segments. So these 10 segments will pass through 5 tests. They will go through 5 tests, and if they pass any one test, then it becomes a reportable segment. Once you find reportable segment, let's say these 10 segments, only 4 segments have passed. These 4 segments will be reported in the format. We will show revenue, then we will show result of each segment. We will show asset, liability, and we will also show others. Under others, we will show non-cash expenses, and we will also show addition to fixed asset. This is the report format. Now the most important thing, if you have stayed till here, is what are the 5 tests. In exam, they always ask these 5 tests. We classify this test into 2 parts, 10% test and others for my discretion. This 10% test, we have asset test, revenue test and result test. It's simple. Asset test, that segment assets divided by total assets should be at least 10% of the whole company, then it becomes reportable segment. Revenue test also is simple. Segment revenue divided by company's total revenue. If it is 10% or more, then it becomes a reportable segment. Last test within this 10% is the result test. We'll come to it later. And now we go into others test. Others test, we have 2 things. We have discretionary and 75% test. What is discretionary test? Basically, it's like my choice. The test failed, but I will make it pass. Discretionarily, I will report anything of my choice, even though it failed all the other tests. And last test is 75% test. 75% test says, apply the first 4 tests. Once you apply the first 4 tests, you apply a small equation. Revenue of all reportable segments. Let's say out of 10 segments, you are reporting 4 segments. So revenue of S1 to S4 divided by total revenue should be at least 75%. Then it's perfect. No, it's not coming to 75%. Then you have to add more segments to make it 75%. Idea is to say that 75% of revenue is at least shown in breakup. Here the important catch is this percentage division should be only external revenue and not internal revenue. Now coming back to result test. How do I do result test? Simple steps. First, for all the segments, segment 1 to segment 10 we have, find out the total profit and total loss separately. Let's say segment 1 to 10, 7 segments have profit, 3 segments have loss. So total profit comes to 500, total loss comes to 600. Ignore the bracket. Take whichever is higher. Which is higher here? Loss 600 is higher. In that you apply 10%. Let's say 60 comes. Any segment which crosses this 60 will be reportable segments. Don't give importance to the negative sign. So this is the result test, and these are the 5 tests which is very important in segment reporting. This is basically segment reporting. You can report primary and secondary reporting. Primary reporting could either be business or geographical. If you choose business in primary, geography becomes secondary. Same way, it's my choice. I can choose business or geography segment. This is in brief capsule about AS17 important points for exam. Thank you.